Welcome to another video on the Crew Motorfest. Today I'll be listing 10 cars from the Crew 2 I'd like to see return in the next installment of the franchise. Of course, we all have our own lists of cars we'd like to see return, so feel free to tell us yours in a comment down below. One last thing before we start, because it wasn't obvious from the promotional material. Thanks to an IGN interview, we do now know that planes and boats will be returning in Crew 3. But I won't be talking about those today. Let's get right into this, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss any of the Crew Motorfest content. Costing $16 million, powered by 1600 horsepower, this one-of-one car was, as far as I can tell, exclusive to the Crew 2, enabling the masses to drive it. Despite its silly name, the Black Car would certainly be an excellent car to show off in any promotional material, just to tell the world, we're not messing around. Unlike Forza, the Crew 2 actually adds new cars, like this one, the new and improved Lamborghini Countach. Boasting 800 horsepower and 4-wheel drive, this is arguably the best looking new Lamborghini and quite frankly needs to return in the Crew Motorfest. Getting the Lamborghinis out of the way, the Lamborghini Egoista is another one I'd like to see return, even if only because it's completely mental. I mean, look at this thing. There's no point talking about driving feel in the Crew 2 for obvious reasons and because it will be probably changed again by the time the new game comes out. But we can talk about craziness and looks. And this car certainly has both of those. As a Motorpass exclusive vehicle, not many people will have experienced driving this particular Bentley, and that's a shame. To me, this car is more impressive than any Rolls Royce, and it looks fantastic. It's one of those cars that I always forget about until somehow I'm reminded of it, and then just say, wow, I want one. With the absence of Fiat and Lancia from Forza Horizon 5, it's questionable, but it gives me all the more reason to want to have an 037 or Delta in the Crew game. Because we miss them. Please come back, I just want to live out my classic rallying dream in a computer game. The Aston Martin Vanquish has been absent from games since the Crew 2 and Forza Horizon 3, and games have been worse off for it. It's such a beautiful car. In the Crew 2, it was a reward for signing up to the Ubisoft Connect Club or whatever it was called, and well, it achieved its mission. I certainly signed up for it because wow, look at it! You can't tell me that you don't want one of these. Another one I haven't been able to drive since the Crew 2 and Forza Horizon 3 is the Ford GT Lamar race car, the second prettiest race car in modern history. I know it's unlikely it'll make a return, but I love this thing and I desperately want it in a current gen game. Current Game Jane, yes, definitely. Have you ever wanted to own a 4-seater hypercar with 1,500 horsepower? Well, good luck with that, because the Koenigsegg Amara is probably your only option and almost certainly not affordable. At least, in a game, we'd be able to experience it for a bit. So please, Ubisoft, give us another go in the Amara in the Crew 3. Okay, at this point, it's just like a list of crazy special editions, because these things you don't see in other games, but they're brilliant. They're just absolutely mental. Please give us more of these. Formula 1 cars, or Alpha Grand Prix as they're called. I'd love to see another deal with Red Bull, or anyone else for that matter, considering we can make liveries, to bring in some Formula 1 cars. As much as I absolutely love GT racing, having the option of driving a Formula 1 car down the street is just something else. Please, please, please find a way to get these back in the Crew Motorfest. On that note, I'd like to hear what you think, so please tell us in a comment, what cars would you like to see in the Crew Motorfest? Do you agree with my list? Would you remove any of my suggestions? Would you add some? And finally, feel free to like and or subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and if you're feeling particularly generous, feel free to leave a super thanks. Anyway, have a nice day, goodbye.